Never heard of this game? No? Well then you're obviously not following me on Twitch, you disgust me. But also I guess it's not really your fault, this game straight up didn't exist a month ago. And yet, in just that time, like an Ariana Grande single, this bitch is absolutely dominating the charts. What even is a Fortnite? Now if you're sitting there wondering how that's possible, don't worry, you're not alone. The traction this game has gotten in the short time it's been released is actually kind of crazy. Remember in 2016 when No Man's Sky came out? Remember how the game was hyped up to be as glorious as God's very own nipple for months? And how it totally lived up to those expectations and nobody wanted their money back? Well, this game did the exact opposite. Respawn Entertainment didn't say shit about shit to anybody. Even EA, who would put anticipation in a loot box if it could, somehow went along on this one. There was no marketing, no reveal, not even a fucking screenshot of an elbow, nothing. This game kind of just popped into existence some random Monday, and in little over 48 hours, it already had reached 10 million concurrent players. The last game to do that was Forkknife, and it took them 2 weeks. So, what's their secret? How, in the average lifespan of an anti-vax baby, did this game that nobody even knew existed manage to topple and dethrone the almighty nut? Human sacrifice? At first that's what I thought too, but seeing how hard that would be to prove, I decided to try something else. So I downloaded it. It's a free-to-play title, so the most I had to lose was my time, right? Yeah, well, that was a mistake. I apparently had a shitload of time to lose. I'm not sure how, but I sat down to play this game for a few hours and woke up 3 weeks later. Couldn't tell you of any world events that may have happened during that time, but I can definitely say this. Apex Legends is the perfect example of what you get when you avoid hype and release a fully realized and mechanically stable game from the drop. And honestly, when you really think about it, it's pretty shit that we live at a time where this isn't already the standard. In an era where you can throw an early access tag on just about anything and sell it on Steam, Apex Legends says, fuck that, I'm gonna be a finished game. And so it is. That's probably the best part. Right from your very first,
alright, what we dropping, boys?
You notice the level of polish and care that went into every aspect of the experience. This isn't an alpha. It isn't just a project waiting to be a game. It's done. Like, actually done. Remember when that used to be a thing? As for the game itself, meh. It's basically a Minecraft Hunger Games ripoff. Alright, to be fair, Respawn didn't exactly revolutionize the Battle Royale genre here, but it definitely brought in some solid ideas that its competitors are already racing to catch up on. Its innovative ping system, for example, has fixed pretty much the worst part of cooperative online gaming, having to talk to people. With it, you can communicate all of the essentials to your teammates without saying a goddamn word. It really is the best. You can ping enemies,
enemy spotted,
loot,
gotta hop up here.
Mozambiques,
Mozambique, yeah.
Buildings,
Not running away, just exploring over there.
Mozambiques,
Mozambique, yeah.
and even Mozambiques.
Mozambique, yeah.
All without having to deal with each ping, and pretty much any relevant information in general also comes complete with accompanying voice lines. Your in-game characters will warn the others when they're being shot,
They spotted me. I'm taking shots.
when the ring is closing,
Ring's far and closing in 45. I'm probably gonna have to run.
and even when they have to take a shit.
Close combat gets messy.
Alright, that last one's a lie, but the point is that these little details, while easy to miss at first, really help turn otherwise dead air into a live, active battle zone.
Getting shot at. I've been down. Making contact with enemy.
Me now. Pony up.
It's something you especially start to notice when you take a look at the Grand Nuts attempt to emulate the system. Also memes.
Mozambique, yeah.
Your time has ended.
Mozambique, yeah.
You lost this one.
Along with the ping system, Respawn also introduced a new respawn mechanic. With it, you're able to resurrect previously dead teammates by taking their banners to a respawn beacon. Don't worry boys, I got you. Well, at least we tried. As someone who dies early game and average amount, I'd say I die an average amount. This is a fucking godsend. because nothing is worse than dying in the first 2 minutes of a game and watching as your team goes on to win it like,
let's fucking go! Let's fucking go!
Let's go, guys!
Speaking of which, even winning is more rewarding thanks to the inclusion of a champion squad mechanic that lets the entire lobby know who had the biggest cojones in the last game. And that is, until you die 5 minutes later.
The champion has been eliminated.
A champion just fell. They must not be very good.
Quality of life features like this not only help make this a good game, but also set a standard for the entire genre as a whole. Even the things that Apex Legends does like everyone else are all done pretty well. Guns are varied and mostly balanced besides a wingman or two, and the heroes, champions, no wait, legends, the legends. The legends are all unique without being too powerful. Except for Caustic. He's hot garbage and everyone knows it.
The understatement of the century.
Some of their skills could definitely use a little bit of tweaking, and there's quite a big hitbox disparity at the moment, seeing as Gibraltar is about the size of a minivan, but for the most part these issues are small and have already been acknowledged by the developers. Also Pathfinder. Did I mention Pathfinder?
I wish all of you could fight tomorrow too, but you'll be dead.
Wait, hold on. That sure is a lot of positives, isn't it? I don't know if you remember, but we are talking about an EA title here. There's absolutely no way that EA, the kings of fucking it up, are not gonna fuck this up, right? Well, honestly, only time will tell. Right from the get-go, you could tell that EA had their grubby little hands all over the shop. How? You know, just really basic gremlin shit like making the cheapest thing in the shop 1100 coins but charging $10 for just 1,000. You know, pretty shameless EA stuff, nothing new. The good news though is that the devs have been very active on Reddit, even going as far as doing regular check-ins. Luckily nothing in the game besides cosmetics are paywalled right now, including Legends, so depending on how the upcoming battle pass is looking, we might just be in the clear here. Then again, it's EA we're talking about.
They'll find some way to fuck it up.
All in all, I can't help but to be insanely impressed by this launch. You can tell that a lot of work and testing went into this game before being released. Yeah, it's pretty sad that a complete game is all it takes to impress me these days, but that's just where we're at, alright? We gotta take what we can get. We can only hope that other developers see the success of this launch as a benchmark for what consumers actually expect from them. You hear that? You hear that shit, devs? No more of this. No more.